Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawud coming back at you to see the truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. I want to jump into this here article or this here lesson, dealing with, that the Lord sent forth his servants, all right, the men of the Lord, the prophets, all right, and basically how we got this here truth, man, all right, because, especially now in these times now where everything is Habakkuk 2 and 3, the vision is yet for an appointed time, though it tarry, wait for it, shall surely come. All right, now we're living in those times now where the vision is clearly speaking, man, all right, and now you have a lot of these people, a lot of our people that are now actually turning back into the prophets, and looking and being a little bit more inquisitive about these certain things, whether it be a relative or whatever, whatnot, they've known you've been in this here truth for a while. They see your ways. They might have called you crazy beforehand or whatever, whatnot. But now they've seen all these things coming to pass. And now they're like, you know what? You was right about all of this. I've been having this happen to me like for the last couple of weeks, just, relatives or people that I've known for a long time that know I'm in this here truth. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, it's like, yo, and to hear these people admit, like, yo, you was right the whole time. You told me about this years ago. You was right the whole time. Well, the Lord was right the whole time, But sometimes these people also ask, well, how is it possible that anybody can know all the truth, to have the whole truth, all right? When you go into the scriptures, as we're about to get, you're going to see that the Lord gave this truth to a certain people to go and give out to his own people, all right? So, let me come back to this. Let me grab that first. This is Ezekiel 37 and verse 17. All right, it says, oh, no, not verse 17. 7? No, Salak. I'm in the wrong book. 3 and 17. This is Ezekiel 3 and 17. It says, Son of man, I made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Let me slow down. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman. So the Lord said, I have made thee a watchman. I gave you this here job, all right? The Lord did this. It's not nothing that we chose to do. You can study the Bible as much as you want, but that ain't really going to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Well, the scripture do say, blessed he that readeth, and with all that get understanding. But nevertheless, if you don't have the Spirit of the Lord on you, you're not going to get this, man. They have a thing called hermeneutics, which is like the study of the Bible, all right, where they go to theologian schools and things like that, where they study all day and all night. My grandma's been in church longer than I've been alive, man. All right, and that's what they basically do in church. They study the Bible, so they say, right? But yet and still, if the Lord hadn't opened your eyes up to these things, you wouldn't know these things, all right? So it says, Son of man, I made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. All right. So the way this is prefaced is the fact that the Most High is the one that's giving the direction and giving the orders. He's just sending us as the messenger, It's just like, when you about to get an eviction notice or whatever, whatnot. It's not like the person coming knocking on your door is the person who filled out the eviction notice and decided you was going to get evicted. No, they didn't. It was somebody else that did all that. They just giving you the package, man. But it says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. All right. So the Lord set this whole thing up. All right. So let's go back over to Isaiah chapter 46. I'm going to read verse 9 and 10. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, there is none else. Or I am the power, there is none else. I am power, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from the ancient times of things that are not yet done, saying my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. Now this is kind of like twofold, all right? Not only the fact that the Most High gave us all these things from the beginning, all right? But nevertheless, this is also the proof and the pudding right here, man. He told you exactly how this was going to go down, like give it to you in a carnal sense, right? Now, let's say any of the sports, football, right? Let's just say football. Let's say it's the beginning of the season. You have a person that goes through and they make out a sheet, and they guess which teams are going to play. Now, they ain't seen the schedule yet at all, but they can sit there and accurately guess what teams are going to play what teams at what locations on what dates at what time and what the final score is going to be and the times and the, how they're going to catch all the scores throughout, each game. They scored this at this time and so on and so forth, and the ultimate outcome and the victory and the ultimate Super Bowl winner, man. So if somebody was to sit there and write all of that stuff down before the season, before the schedule and all that, and they was accurately predicting all those things, and they was betting money on that or something like that, they would be doing a heavy investigation. Like, there is no way possible that you would know the entire lineup all the teams that would play each other, where they would play it, the scores, and then the times that they would score throughout the season, and who would go on to play in the Super Bowl and ultimately win that, you know? And then accurately write up all the stats for all the players in the whole league, man. Before, you know, whatever quarterback threw any passes, you know his stats for the whole season already, man. Man, they would do a heavy investigation knowing that you had cheated on something, man. Or they would be like, there's no way you could do that. Or if you hit the lottery every single day of the week, or however long, however, you know, often they play them numbers or whatever, for a whole 10 years straight, every time you always hit, they'd be investigating. Like, there's no way you would know all of this, man. Same with this here truth, man. All right, there's no way that no man could know all these things way before they would happen, man. All right, except for the Lord had revealed it unto us, man. All right, so, hey, that should be, you know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding there, man. Not only is the fact that we're speaking as the Lord's mouthpiece, and this is nothing out of our own mouths. This is something that the Lord gave us because, look, we're not this accurate, man. We don't know about all these things in this much detail, man. We're not that smart, man. And if any man tells you that he is, man, that's a false prophet, man. He's trying to get be seen by men, all right? But nevertheless, the other side of this is the fact that, hey, the Most High is real, man. He even told you about this thousands of years before it even happened, man, all right? So going back to Isaiah 46, verse 9 and 10, it says, remember the former things of old, for I am power, and there is none else. I am power, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. So all the things like the RFID chip being the mark of the beast, man. All right, thousands of years before they came out with computers and shit, I ain't gonna say before they discovered America, but you know, before Esau came over here to the Americas and things like that, man. They'd already talked about the RFID chip, man. All right, and the 5G, before we even had computers, before we had the internet, man. All this is in the scriptures, man. ICBM thermonuclear missiles is in the scriptures, man. All right, and all that, none of that came, you know, nuclear missiles came in the, I want to say in the end of, all right, the end of World War II. I mean, there's, you know, you go a little deeper into that. They kind of had them before that, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? They had that in the end of World War II. That wasn't that long ago, man. That was, 1945, around that time, man. All right, that ain't that long ago. But nevertheless, these things, the Lord created the wasted to destroy, a fire not blown, the besom of destruction, the glittering sword from thence she shall be taken. You know, talking about the Medes or the Russians. Babylon's gonna be taken from over there, man. Their arrows are sharp, man. All right, the earth's gonna reel to and fro. The elements are gonna melt. All right, basically the clouds departed like a scroll, man. All of that was mentioned way before any of this technology came out, man. So the Lord was declaring the things that was not yet even done, declaring the end from the beginning, how Babylon was going to be ended before it was even established over here, man. All right. So let me go from there. Second Ezra 15 and verse 1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right, now real quick, because we just read this. Same thing, man. All right. Now, this is, you know, some people don't think that the Apocrypha is apart, but this is the same thing. Ezekiel 3 and 17, son of man, I have made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. Right? Second Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right. So, hey, man, who gave us this here wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man? Back in the olden times, like, let me read this verse 2 again. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. You know, I believe it was might have been Apostle Gabar that was going into this in one of his videos recently, you know, talking about the receipts. All right. We're reading the receipts right now of the men of the Lord that was back in the olden days, man. Like right now, this is in the Old Testament, who we know of is Ezra. All right. We're reading his receipts right now, his testimony, man, the words that are prophecy. This is how we know all these things, man. All right, and then when you go further down in the, look, right here. Second Ezra 15 and let me just get to the point, some of the points. 15 and 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and you actually see this going on right now, especially with these riots and these protests or whatever going on right now. Hey, man, this is Ezra from way back in the Old Testament writing these things way before America even came over, before we even went into captivity under the Edomites in Babylon over here or in America, man. All right, they wrote about these things before they even came to pass, man. All right, so let me go back up to verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people who are the Israelites the words of prophecy. You know, you can read that again in Ezekiel chapter 3 as well. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right, so he says, I will put them in thy mouth and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And we read in the old receipts, and right now you're watching the new receipts of the words of prophecy that the Lord is putting into our mouth to make what? These videos. We're doing the exact same thing that the men of the Lord was doing in the olden times, man. All right, if not, who and where is he, man? The scriptures say the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets, man. They're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, man. So guess what we doing? The same thing that the men of the Lord, the prophets, was doing beforehand, man. All right, it's nothing new. The Lord had done this from the very beginning of the time all the way up until now, man. All right, from the book of Genesis all the way up until now, man. The Lord has the same program working, man. All right, so we're going to go from there to the book of Amos 3 and 7. Let me just get to the point. Amos 3 and 7. Surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets. Let me go up one. Verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? All right. Now going back to giving that warning, you go back to Ezekiel chapter 3. All right. And verse 18 on down, you know what I'm saying? Well, verse 17, give them warning from me. All right. And then going on down, talking about if they don't want to take heed to it. So here's this, shall a trumpet be blown? Now that trumpet was a sign of you warning the people. All right, and what is the new modern day trumpet? We lifting up our voices like a trumpet right now, man, in the highways and the byways, warning our people of this coming destruction, man. So it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city? And right now, the trumpet that's being blown in the city right now, the men of the Lord, that's on the highways and the byways, all right, and on these video epistles. Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh have not done it? So all these things is going on around the earth right now, all right, basically Judgment Day is going on. Don't you, like, who you think orchestrated all that? Who you think commanded all those things to come to pass, man? All right, and who else? And the Lord is going to always reveal these things before they come to pass, man. And he reveals it and tells you and gives you warning by what? Giving it to his servants, the prophets, to go on the highways and the byways to utter it into your ears, man. Verse 7, surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, who? The prophets. All right, and what is a prophet's job to do? To prophesy. All right, and what is prophesying? Saying, you know, like the scripture we just read in Isaiah, declaring the end from the beginning. All right, we telling you how Babylon the Great is going to fall, how it's going to end, how Esau is going to try to implement the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. But when he's about to fill his belly, all right, the Lord's going to rain down that glittering sword on him, man. That's when he going to get cleaned up in that nuclear bath, man. All right, but what? This is all before it even happened, man. We was telling you about these uprisings and the sedition among men before they happened, about the cities being shut off before they happened, about the economy and all these things happening before they happened, these pandemics and perplexity of nations and distress of nations. All right, before all these things happened, man, we was declaring the end from the beginning, man. All right, and who gave us this here wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man? It's not of our own; it's of the Lord, man. All right, we're gonna go in the book of Revelation. Revelation 5 and 1, and I saw it in the right. Let me go somewhere else first. This is the book of Daniel. This is Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. All right, so the book is being sealed up. Not saying that you can't open up a Bible, but the prophecies inside the Bible were all sealed. You ain't gonna be able to understand what is what and who is who and so on and so forth. Because while the Lord said, verse Daniel 12 and 4, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. All right, and this is what's going on right now, man. We all, you know, Ezekiel 37, the valley of the dry bones, man. So I prophesied as I was commanded. You know, what is that? Ezekiel 37 and like 10. All right, so I prophesied as I commanded, and you know, and basically, let me get it. Some more in the scripture now. What am I looking for? This is Ezekiel 37 and 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. All right, and so going into this is talking about, let me go back to Daniel 12 and 4. All right, it says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Going back into what? That Ezekiel about, you can read the whole chapter dealing with the valley of the dry bones, That's talking about Jake coming back to the realization of who he is, man, waking up to his power in his son's name, man. All right, because like 2 Thessalonians tell you that there had to be a falling away first, man. All right, we was going to be discontinued from our heritage, man, and this is the only captivity where we didn't know who we were, man. All right, but now that we're getting that knowledge back, how do you think we're getting that knowledge back, man, if it was sealed and all these things was all shut up from us, man? All right. Verse 9, and he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till when? Till the time of the end. All right, so now we live in the time of the end, and how do we know these things? Revelation 5:1 says, and I saw at the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside sealed with 7 seals. All right, now that's talking about the scriptures, man. And again, this is not like a physical Bible that's got a lock and chain on it. You can't open it up. But no, this is talking about the breakdowns and the understanding that we were just reading about in Daniel, how the Lord said, hey, seal it up to the time of the end. All right, those the prophecies and the breakdowns, man. All right, and because like I just said, the scriptures say there had to be a falling away first. We had to lose all this here wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. When Yahushua was on the scene, man, he broke a lot of things down to his disciples, man. But we had to have that falling away first, man. All right. Verse 2, and I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof. And there was no man in heaven, nor on earth, neither under the earth, that was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And when you go further into that, man, like I was just saying there, you know, we was discontinued from our heritage. We were the valley of the dry bones. You know, there was a falling away first, man. All right, now, in that state, or who we were, thinking we were Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, hey, man, how is we going to wake up to coming back to calling on the Lord's name for we can be saved, man? Unless, it, you know, how can we learn unless we have a teacher, man? All right, and how can that teacher be able to teach us unless somebody give him that knowledge, you know, speaking of the Most High, giving him that knowledge to wake us up, man? All right. So it says, verse 5, and one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, have prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. All right, so this is talking about, oh, let me go back to Revelation. Well, we can just break it down here. You know, that's talking about Yahushua, all right? Yahushua was the only one that was worthy enough to get these here breakdowns, right? And so that's why when you read in the scriptures, the scriptures say that when Yahushua was on the scene, I got to leave so the comforter can come upon you, man. All right, and this is how we're getting this here wisdom, knowledge, and understanding right now, these breakdowns right now, man. The Lord is resting his spirit upon us. Now, not saying that, you know, every one of us, the Lord is talking to us directly, and then the Lord is just increasing us. No, it's not quite like that. You know, we do read, we do learn, we do, iron sharpeneth iron, you know. But nevertheless, you know, also the Lord is opening up our eyes to be able to receive these things, man. It's like almost like a magic trick, man, because you could break it down in the simplest form on the highways and the byways to Jake, you know what I'm saying, to the simplest form, man. You know what I'm saying? But yet and still, they won't get it, man. They won't get it because while the Lord has them blinded, man, the Lord has this knowledge sealed from entering into their mind. All right. Revelation 14:1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having the Father's name written in their foreheads. Now, when you go to Ezekiel 9:4, talk about set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, which that's talking about the mark of exemption, but it's talking about the men that's out on the highways and the byways doing this here work, man. All right, not only that they heard this word, but also believe this word and also putting work towards that word, man. All right. Now, those same men that would be doing that would have that in them to do all that, all right, they would be basically giving that gas and that fuel from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The Lord will put that spirit on them, man. All right, so they will go out there and they will be teaching, man. All right. Verse 2, and I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as a voice of a great thunder, and I heard a voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, before the 4 beasts, and before the elders. And no man can learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. So this here new song, why was it a new song? Because you got to go back to the falling away that happened. All right, us being discontinued from our heritage. All right, the scriptures were still always around. All right, but then you have something what you call like modern day Christianity and everything like that, where they started teaching us all these lies and all these different things, man. Put up a white Jesus and we was all Gentiles or whatever, whatnot, you know, like heathen nations, basically, more or less to say, you know. They taught us all of those things. But nevertheless, you know, we came into this here truth and we found out, look, the Lord's name isn't Jesus. His name is Yahushua. The Father's name isn't God. That's a title. His name is Yahweh. All right. And the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel. All right. And we was in captivity. We're under these curses for going off, man. That's the new song. Nobody had ever told you that in church beforehand, man. They tell you, oh, we all the same people. We all God's people, man. You know. Let me go from there to, you know what, I'm going to just, let me grab two more and I'm going to close out. This is, Second Esdras, where is it, 16? Like 70 or something. This is below 70. Okay, this is, matter of fact, let me go to verse 7. Let me start at verse 70. Second Esdras 16 and 70. For there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And they should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Right? So when you go into these things, man, some of these things hadn't quite taken place yet in full effect, man. But you see how they're bringing in these martial law troops and everything else like that to start coming down on the men of the Lord. You know, in 2/3 of Israel, pretty much all of Israel, but nevertheless, these things ain't quite happened yet. But the Lord declared it from the beginning, even in all the way, you know, declared the end from the beginning. All right. But look, you're gonna also know these things because of the fact of what we've been telling you, and they all coming true. All right. Verse 73, it says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire." All right. But nevertheless, how would they be known? It says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen." Why would it be known who's the Lord's chosen, man? All right, just like I said earlier today about you know, and Isaiah 40, what was it, 46, 9 and 10. I was talking about, you know, the Lord is declaring the things from the beginning and the end and so on and so forth, you know. But nevertheless, you know, it has twofold because you know that the Lord is real. Obviously, if he can not to say predict, but tell you how it's all going to happen all the way from the beginning, all the way up until now. But then you can also believe in us because we ain't that smart, man. It takes some kind of higher power to know some stuff like that, man. But it says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen." All right. Why would you know that they're the chosen? Because of the words that they would be speaking. Everything that they say will come to the 100%. Like they say here, Great Millstone, we have the 100% truth, man. Why? Because this is not Great Millstone's words, man. This is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's words, man. They just so happen Yahushai, like we read in Revelation 14, gave it to his elect men. All right. But nevertheless, when you people see all these things start coming to pass, people used to come up and argue with us or whatever, whatnot. Don't nobody come up no more because they see like, damn, they right. They right about all this the whole time, man. You know, talking about some of this Junior ate the chip. All right, well, you're going to see now who is my chosen, who I decided to put my spirit on and tell you the truth the whole time when you see these things start coming to pass, man. All right? We're going to close out with this one in Ezekiel 33 and 33. Let me go to verse 30. 30. Yeah. Ezekiel 30 and 30. "Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people are still talking against thee by the walls of the doors of the house, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you to hear what this word is that cometh from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. They hear the words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but with their heart they go after covetousness." You know, so a lot of our people, they'll come up and they'll try to videotape us and make memes about us and talk shit about us online or whatever. Whatnot. You see, and that's why you always hear say, "Hey man, no pictures, no videotaping or whatever." Because we know what y'all doing, man. It's already in the scriptures, man. We know that y'all coming. You know, in the last days, scoffers are gonna come up, man. That's basically what they doing. They look at this for entertainment purposes, man. They watch our videos for entertainment purposes, right? It says, verse 32, "And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, as one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they will not do them." All right, so again, you know, some people will sit there and binge watch our videos just because, you know, it's entertainment for them. Hearing us cuss out the Edomites and talk all, you know, all these different things, and there's no edification for them. It's just entertainment, man. All right, but what? Verse 33, "When this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them." All right, so when we tell you that, you know, martial law is coming, this economy is going to collapse, people are going to be jobless, you know, insurrection amongst the men or these people, not regarding their kings and princes, you know, famines, you know, World War III, the chariots, thermonuclear missiles, FEMA camps, all these things. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm mentioning it again, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, all these different things we've been mentioning, you know. But guess what? When they see these things start being implemented, when they start seeing these things coming around them, then they're going to know that there had been a prophet among them, man. Just like in some of these other camps, you know, that's talking about, the mark of the beast is X, Y, and Z. All right, when they start forcing you with that mark of the beast chip, it's going to really come into your mind like, damn, the Lord wasn't really working with us, man. you know, or they might have known that they sold out. But at the end all be all, you're going to know that a prophet had been among you because they told you this the whole time. Just like in the days of Noah, man. Noah told them it was going to rain. It was going to flood the earth. And this was something that was not known and not seen in the whole, you know, at the whole time frame that they've been in, because, you know, water came from the ground out of geysers at that point. It didn't rain from the sky, you know, but they didn't want to believe him because it was sounding far-fetched or whatever, whatnot. You know, how you the only person that know this? Out of all the people on the earth, God only dealing with you. You the only person that God would tell all of this to? Bruh, God would tell everybody. But lo and behold, after the Lord closed the ark, the door on the ark, all right, and the rain started coming down, guess what? Let me read it again. Verse 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So as they beating on the ark door and everything like that, they're going to know it was a prophet among them. When you shut down and getting an RFID chip, you're going to know a prophet had been among you, man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.